In this video, we're going to break down the 5 most important things that you can do to get more views and ultimately more sales on your listings. The first and most important thing is the product. The best product in the world with a terrible listing will still sell. And just the same, the worst product in the world with the most optimized listing will never sell. The easiest thing that you can do to ensure more sales is to do more product research and list in-demand products that are already proven to sell. Then everything else that comes along with that listing optimization will actually matter. The second most important thing is your product pictures, especially the cover image that customers see first. The main image is single-handedly the most important thing within your listing. It can grab the potential buyer's attention or not. And if your listing doesn't stand out among all the others, or even if you're using the same exact image as every other product that you're competing against, you'll be fighting an uphill battle for sales. On the contrary though, if you have a high quality main product image that pops, you'll sell a lot easier. Your main image should grab attention, but it should also convey exactly what the product is in a split second or two. You only have a few seconds to explain to the buyer exactly what it is that they're buying and make it look more valuable. And you do that with the main picture. Then, after you get the click and after the buyer is on the listing, that's when the added lifestyle photos and the product features can actually sway an on-the-fence buyer. But they'll never get to that point if your main image doesn't intrigue them enough to click. Now, the next most important thing is your title. Believe it or not, you actually want to keep this a lot shorter than you think. Do not stuff it full of keyword after keyword. You want a short, to the point title that conveys exactly what the product is when it's read, again, in a split second or two. Don't get me wrong, keywords definitely matter here, but too many keywords and a long title are 100% not the way to go. And too many people get carried away with them, and the readability of the title suffers, which is a big mistake. It's a delicate balance. Remember, you want short and concise titles that are easy to read and understand fast with some good keywords sprinkled in. After that, your buyer is typically already on the listing now. This is where something like social proof comes into play and can definitely help sway a potential sale or not. If you've got good reviews, you can add them as pictures, or you can even add them as text in your description if you need to. But social proof goes a long way to inspire buyer trust. If you have it, definitely use it. Finally, the last thing is the description. Now, the description certainly matters, but only comes into play when you've already gotten the click on your listing and the buyer is trying to find out more about the product that they're now interested in. Now, contrary to what you hear everywhere else, I don't think that stuffing your description full of keywords makes that much of a difference on how these platforms rank you. What matters most is what we've already talked about, mainly the product and how potential buyers interact with your listing, or what's considered click-through rate and even conversion rate on something like a YouTube video like we have here. The keywords can help, but it is not your be-all end-all. Trust me. You want a well-written description that answers questions about the product, the specs, and the potential uses. You can then also use this area to explain to the buyer how they'll receive the item, or your shipping speed, or any money-back guarantees or customer service promises that you might have. And of course, none of these things are necessary, but they can help sway an on-the-fence buyer, and they can in the future reduce customer questions, which obviously is a great thing. If you do all these things, then the keyword should happen naturally, and you'll have given the platform more than enough information on exactly what it is that you're selling.